Every office has a head one, you
Yeah.
just
Right.
could.
I could
have
if
some.
I wanted to.
Okay, okay. So apparently you can take broker license and then the next day, an 8-hour supervising broker course.
Depends on when it's offered.
Okay, okay. Do you guys feel that there should be a time frame between those two bigger, if it were to be offered the next day? Or do you think that that's?
I think that's
Because you have to
fine.
have a certain number of transactions
Yeah,
to
to
get
be
to
To
the
get
broker.
to the
broker
broker
level
level
Right.
anyway?
The point is, you know, that your case in point, the fact that they had.
That was 14 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
I mean-
a scenario.
Yeah,
You
and-
know.
but that happens all the time.
And
You
I
get
think
calls
it
from
still
new agents.
does,
I get
yeah.
calls from new agents who are like, I mean, they don't know a thing about
Yeah.
negotiating or how to show a property
Right,
or
we
how to write
do
something. Yeah.
Still see some crazy buy sales.
Yes.
And then
Mhm.
I will kindly talk to the agent and say, you know, I don't think we can do this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, where is their broker? in
Sure,
that
if
Yeah.
someone
sense?
signed off on it, you know,
Right.
did they actually read it? Did they
Right.
actually
Right.
look it over?
Some-
And so, as far as number of agents that they can supervise, do you think that there should be a limit or under?
Probably.
Okay, okay, do you have a number?
As one supervising broker,
Yeah.
yeah, like Century 21, I don't know how many agents are out there now, but in our heyday when I was there was, yeah, so there's probably just about as many.
50 or 60.
You know, you should
Okay.
have, and I'm sure there is, I mean, there's Mark and then there's,
Well, Christie's the main super, I mean, she's on paper, but yeah, I mean, it's Christie, Mark, or Todd. I
Mhm.
mean, he doesn't have his
don't
partners.
they, some of them like Keller Williams, don't they have groups?
They do,
Where
we
they,
don't.
okay.
But yeah, they
That's kind of a great idea too, because
Okay.
a supervising broker in some of these bigger companies probably can't watch over all the new ones, but I do like their idea. I'm not sure how it works, but I think they have groups. And those
Mhm.
groups, they work together
Mhm.
so they can call within,
Mhm.
I'm sure they can call outside their group too, but
Mhm.
they work as a team.
And they're responsible for each other or kind of watching each other?
To help each other if they
Okay.
have questions or look
Mhm.
over. I think it's always good to have somebody
Mhm.
look over your buy sale before you send it off. Or
Mhm.
It's always good to have
Mhm.
another set of eyes
Mhm.
to catch some, because how many times have we done something silly and it's like, I can't believe I
I
almost
still
sent that.
do.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
and so it's always good to have somebody to look it
Sure.
over.
Sure.
you know, sometimes I'm a big, why reinvent the wheel when it's already existing in some degree?
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
if our idea is to increase professionalism,
Mm-hmm.
let's look at the other professions, what do
Mhm.
they do?
Mm-hmm.
An attorney right out of law school does not go, start his own brokerage.
No.
He goes to work,
Mhm.
he learns, and lawyers are the best ones because they're dealing with different situational things. You know, an accountant, they've got the law that says that, you know, you have to do numbers this way, okay? But
Right.
lawyers, I always equate lawyers to us. Lawyers would turn over in their grave as
know.
I'm saying this, but
Yeah.
you know, we're dealing with a different situation. Every single deal is a different deal.
Yes.
And you have to, and you're dealing with people,
Mm-hmm.
so you're interacting, you know. I just look at the lawyers, and I don't think you have to reinvent the wheel to try to
Mhm.
figure this out.
Mhm.
To me, it just comes back to what's our goal.
Mm-hmm.
If it's to just increase dues and increase I come back
Yeah.
to that again. If
Yeah.
that's the main goal,
Yeah.
then fine, we're right on track with it.
Which I don't think it is. I mean, I mean, I know it's not. I mean, I don't think that they would want me to be here talking to you guys if they felt that, you know, we just want more people cranking through the system paying money, because it doesn't do anything for the industry. It doesn't even, I mean, you think about the money makers just in the state of Montana. I mean, you guys, when the economy's good and you're selling homes, I mean, you're generating a lot of jobs. And if they're good lucrative jobs, then that only helps our economy. But if somebody can't afford to feed their family because they're not selling enough houses, that doesn't help the state or the nation. So I think I keep going, honestly, I mean, I feel like I'm like a political, you know, like I'm holding like, you know, little city groups, you know, but some people will say, but I want this, but no more restrictions, you know, because
Yeah.
certain groups feel, you know, like I'm okay with that, but I don't want to be, you know, make sure I get grandfathered in, you know, I don't want to
Right, I know.
I don't want to have to do that. So I know we've got to find a happy medium to make the majority of the population happy, and you do want new blood, but you want new committed blood.
Yes.
And then, you know, you definitely want the ones, Twyla and Jaylene were saying, you know, if we did have some type of preliminary class, almost like a prerequisite to the licensing, pre-licensing class, where you scared them straight. I mean, you
Yes.
basically
Yes.
just said, this is what my first year looked like, this
Yes.
is my first 2 years look like, and who's to say the economy is going to keep going at the way that it's
Right.
going right now, and what's your backup plan? So
Right.
that's exactly,
Yeah.
and in my mind, I mean, it's the same as kids walking into college, and it's like, do you know what kind of debt you're going to graduate with?
Yeah.
And, you know, what are you going to do with this degree? And I mean, I want you to think beyond, you know, being a freshman and think the whole thing through. So, I mean, I don't think that people are as honest as they should be, and it does look like a cheap, easy way to get in and make tons of money.
I
So-
know, one thing that was brought up when we talked about this before, Tom Llewellyn was one of them, and he had actually talked with an instructor at City College.
Mhm.
And, you know, the idea of maybe having one semester class of that, you know, first we talked about 2. Well, a lot of people would just say, no, you
Yes.
can't have 2 years of college for people to be realtors. That won't fly at this day and stage. But maybe even one semester.
That'd be awesome.
One semester.
What would
That's
you guys-
putting a little bit more of your money down on the table,
Mhm.
commitment of time, and, you know,
Okay, so I heard that. I met Carol. I know they used to have a real estate class. It was a one semester, I think 1 night a week or something where,
I used
and
that
then,
one year too.
and they, Flathead Valley
Don Chisaric.
Community College. So I don't know what that would give you. These were more older realtors who said it was great because we'd have an appraiser come in, we'd have an inspector come in, you had that time.
Right.
And then there were outside people who may not even be interested, they just were curious about the course. So, I mean, could you mandate something like that, or?
well, if they could even have it in the evening where people could work
Yep.
around it if they have another job. And
Okay,
I think, if I remember right, Tom Llewellyn has a real estate degree, and the other one was Ron Tom.
okay.
And yes, and look at those 2 people, how
Success.
successful they have been. 2 people out of all our
Interesting.
realtors, and very
If it was
successful.
offered, I would have gotten it.
Well,
But it wasn't offered.
Yeah. So I brought sales to Carroll College, they never had before, and I said, I did sales for 10 years, I think it's a great, and then the kids are like, wow, it's actually a
Marketing.
job.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be an accountant, I'm not gonna be, you know, a pharmacist, but I'm like, and it's a very lucrative career, whatever field you might choose to sell in, and so, I think, I liked that idea about a semester course, because I do feel you can bring in a lot of, people from the outside. Someone,
Because
actually.
then you have to have the college student or a high school. And if we do now
Sure.
they can go
Yep.
into that. And that's just slowly building up
Mhm.
towards a professional
Mhm,
state.
mhm. Someone in Missoula mentioned that even new agents, regardless of